In this video, we will show you how to replace your mass airflow sensor on this Toyota Sienna. This will be located on your air filter housing. Let's get into it. Okay friends, let's get started on our job. Make your way up along the rear of your engine compartment. We're going to have to remove our wiper cowl from this area. To remove the wiper cowl, you'll first have to remove your wiper arms. Before you start removing the wiper arms and wiper blades, it's important to make sure you mark the area on the windshield where they're sitting. You can tell that I used some blue masking tape across the windshield. It comes off nice and easy. With those areas marked, we'll continue on with each one of the wiper arms. To remove those, you're going to find that you have a plastic cap. You can use a small screwdriver or pick to remove those. We'll use a 14mm to remove the mounting nut. Inspect all of your hardware as you continue. Replace it as necessary. To remove the wiper arm from the wiper transmission, you want to go ahead and take hold of the arm, give it a little press. Once you see it break free from this area, you can start lifting it up, but keep in mind it is under spring pressure. You don't want to get caught in any pinch points, and you definitely don't want to cause any damage to the windshield. Same process for the other wiper arm. Keep in mind each of these arms is a little different. When we're installing them, we want to make sure we have them in the proper orientation. Now let's pay attention to that plastic portion of the cowl. Along each side, you're going to find a protective shield. We want to carefully make our way underneath this area and gently separate it. Once you have one side separated, do the same exact thing on the opposite side, and then we'll meet in the middle. To continue removing the plastic portion of this cowl, you're going to find that you have locking clips making their way across the bottom. Ours are missing, so I don't have anything to show you, but typically you just want to pop those right out of place, a quick inspection, and set them aside. Once you've removed those, go ahead and take hold of the plastic portion here. We'll give this a wiggle, lifting it straight up and pulling it forward and away from the windshield. A quick inspection and set that aside. With that out of the way, let's pay attention down in this area. We're going to disconnect a couple of electrical connectors. There's one right here, the locking tab's directly in the center. Go ahead and depress that and then slide the wiring harness apart. A quick inspection on each side for corrosion. If you see any, you want to make sure you take care of that. We'll follow this over. We're heading towards the wiper motor. Once again, we have a locking tab right in the center here. You're going to depress that and then slide this out of place. A quick inspection for corrosion. Now let's start dislodging the wiring harness that makes its way all the way across this area towards the driver's side. We'll do this starting with a trim tool. Make our way right down here. Just make your way underneath this and pry it up gently. Quick inspection. We'll continue following this. Now as you continue, you may find that if you were to look underneath this area, some of these will have locking tabs that you can squeeze together and pull these out of place. If you have a hard time with your fingers, you could use some pliers if necessary. Now it's time to remove the wiper motor and wiper transmission. To do that, you'll find that you have three 10mm headed mounting bolts holding it in place. There's one tucked in up behind here. Now, as we take hold of this to remove it, you're going to have to slide it a little bit towards the driver's side. There is one locating tab in the center here. There we are. We'll be careful pulling this up. We don't want to cause any damage to the windshield. This is the area that I spoke of. We had to slide this out of its mounting point. Let's pause inside of this area and make our way down along the front outer area on the passenger side. You're going to find that you have a metallic bracket here that's held in place with a 10mm mounting nut. Let's remove that nut and the bracket. Slide that out of the way. Let's rest that aside. Now let's make our way inside the wiper cowl area. We're going to remove 4 14mm nuts. There's 2 along each side. These nuts are the nuts that hold the strut to the body of the vehicle, but they also hold this in place. We'll remove all 4 of these, like I said, 2 on each side of the vehicle. That's this side. I'll do the same on the opposite side of the vehicle. Continuing on, you're going to find that you have 5 10mm headed mounting bolts making their way across. There's one right here, and they continue on towards the passenger side. At this point, everything's dismounted. We'll take hold of this, carefully lift it up along each side, making its way over the mounting studs for the front struts. After that, pull it straight out and away. Now, with the cowl out of the way, we have a clear view of the mass airflow sensor located in this area along the top of the air filter box. For this, you'll find that you have 2 Phillips head screws and 1 wiring harness. We'll start by disconnecting the wiring harness. You know how to do it. Squeeze in on that locking tab and pull it out of place. A quick inspection for corrosion and set it aside. We'll continue on with our Phillips head now. Once you have those out of place, go ahead and remove the mass airflow sensor from the area. There it is, friend. With the mass airflow sensor out of the air filter box, we need to carefully clean the area. While cleaning it, make sure nothing falls inside the air filter housing. And now we can install our brand new mass airflow sensor. When installing this, make sure you have it in the proper orientation. We had it so the electrical connector faces straight rearward. Align each one of your 2 mounting bolt holes, start them in, and snug them up. Now it's time for our electrical connector. Make sure you have that locking tab facing upward. We'll press that in and listen for a click. Give it a tug to make sure it's completely secured in place. Reinstall your wiper cowl. Now we can get this in place. We'll be paying attention along each side. You need to put this up and over the strut towers and over the studs for the struts along each side. There's one side. Press that down on there. Continue on to starting on each of the 4 mounting nuts for the front struts, but we are not going to tighten those yet. Next, we'll continue on with our 4 short 10mm headed mounting bolts. Starting from the passenger side. Let's tighten those 10mm bolts. Next, it's time for all 4 of our strut nuts. We're going to make sure that we snug both of the nuts on each side of the vehicle and torque those to 66 foot-pounds with the full weight of the vehicle on the ground. With all those mounting nuts tight, we're going to continue on with the wiring harness across the front here. You want to make sure you secure it into all of its mounting points. We'll start over by the master cylinder, pressing it down into the locked position as we continue over. For this one, we'll go ahead and plug in this electrical harness at the same time. Press it in, listen for a click. We'll give it a little tug to make sure it's properly secured in place. Looks like that wire's coming out. I'm just going to press it in, make sure that's secured as well. We'll lock this into position right along the center. Now it's time for the wiper transmission and wiper motor. When installing this, we're going to pay attention along the forward aspect of the motor itself. There's a rubber grommet. That rubber grommet will fit into this slot inside the wiper cowl area. We'll bring this into position, aligning each of our 3 mounting bolt holes. There's our grommet. Slide that towards the passenger side to lock it in. This one over here, top corner. Once you have them all started in, go ahead and snug them up. Let's tighten these down. Let's reconnect the wiper motor. Let's make our way back towards the passenger side now. We're going to secure this bracket. It slides down into this area. This locating tab will press up against that other stud, start on the 10mm nut, and snug it up. One last quick inspection in this area, and we can continue on with the plastic wiper cowl across the top. Before we install this, I'm going to show you up along the top area that goes near the windshield. You're going to find that you have an area for the windshield to slide in between, making its way all the way across. We'll carefully get this in place while also aligning it with each one of the areas on our wiper transmission. We'll be careful around that windshield. With that pressed in position up against the windshield, you want to carefully press it down and install all of your locking tabs, making their way across. As I mentioned before, ours are missing. I have nothing to show you, but essentially just press them in there and make sure this is properly secured. Make our way along each corner area. We're going to press these into the proper position. There's one. Next, it's going to be time for each of your wiper arms. When you had removed them, I had mentioned that each of them will look different and you want to pay attention to where they go. The passenger side wiper arm will have a larger bend. We'll take this and put it in position, aligning it with the wiper transmission towards the center area here. While pressing this down, we also need to pay attention to our markings that we had made on the windshield, ensuring that the wiper blade is matched up with them. We don't want to have it down like this, and we especially don't want to have it above. If you have these in the wrong placement, you're going to have a wiper issue and potentially cause damage to your vehicle. Once that's in position, we'll continue on with our mounting nuts. Go ahead and start them on and snug them up. Double check to make sure that one's secured. We'll install the plastic protective cover. Repeat the process for your driver's side wiper arm. Make sure we're level there. Protective cover. Okay, friend, we've got our vehicle back together. At this point, you want to go ahead and start up the vehicle. Let it run for a little while, make sure you have no check engine light, no running condition, close the hood, and take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.